Speedboat Magazine here with another episode of the Boats and Bros podcast. I'm here with my bro, Myron Coyle, as always, and we are here live in Key West for the Key West Offshore World Championship. And we are here with Travis Pastrana and Jim York, back together again, racing offshore.
Yes, sir.
Guys.
Could not be better. A little scared, but yeah, feeling pretty good.
Still alive, yeah.
Yeah, so we just finished race 1 yesterday, and you guys were high-flying action. What was that like?
I got us off to an absolutely horrible start. I was trying to line up, and I knew the two boats on our side.
Yeah.
So I had one boat on one side, one boat on the other side, but everyone else took off, and us two were just still sitting there. So pretty much started off dead last, went into the first turn, and I don't think I slowed down enough because Jim, we hooked a flyer.
Oh yeah, we've never been more sideways in the air than turn 1 yesterday.
But everybody else kept going straight, so we hooked like really hard. It was a good picture.
Yeah.
Stayed in the power, and actually we picked up like 4 spots.
Yeah, it was a mistake that we an advantageous mistake.
We messed up in reverse.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Myrick, have you seen some of the videos of these guys?
Oh yeah, I was watching him earlier, and it's epic. I mean, he's saying you're not sending it, I think, and all that. It was some great videos.
Oh no, he was saying you're not setting it.
Oh,
he's
setting.
like, set it. I'm like, set the boat. What does that mean? I'm like, turn.
Yeah.
Come on, man! You're not setting me, buddy! You're not setting me!
Turn left.
You gotta give me something!
Turn
Okay,
left.
I'm turning. Go.
Yeah.
He was saying slow down basically, and then he would yell speed up, and then I would slow down when he was yelling swear words, and then he's like, why are you letting off? I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we got to work on our communication is the bottom line there, but yeah, all in all, the boat finished the race. We ended up breaking a gimbal, so it was funny. They were like, oh, did it get more difficult to drive as the race went on? I'm like, no, I felt like he got set and I got a little better. They're like, that doesn't make sense. But, I don't usually make sense, so it worked out.
Yeah. Well, last night you guys were kind enough to come to our party at Rick's, and was talking to you. You guys haven't even tested much prior to race 1.
None.
We got in the boat for 4 laps. Said, yeah, gas is on the left, and yeah.
No, anyway, I'll be sitting on one. We're still trying to figure out which seat we sit in. It feels right because I get in the left seat like a driver, except I don't have a steering wheel.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
so yeah, we're good.
So that's got to be weird for you.
Yes.
You can tell the lack of control is definitely going through his mind as he's telling me everything I should be doing.
Right.
And then that's where the miscommunication is coming in, because he's giving me speed that he would do for the line he wants to take. And I'm, in my mind, well, this is a different line because the water is rougher than what we're going to be able to do anyway. So let's do this. And yeah, no, it worked out, like he said, by mistake. But yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, there was one boat kind of stuffed it, 2 boats spun. We ended up working our way from pretty much dead last, which was there's 11 boats in the class up to 4th, which for us was a really good run for race 1. Really felt super confident by the end.
Yeah.
Like we were doing a lot of China walking at the beginning. I'm not a throttleman, and I'm not giving Jim what he needs to drive correctly.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've wheeled some things before, I'm like, I would be doing this. So I'm telling him what to do.
Right.
He's telling me what to do. Neither one of us really know if what we're saying is right, but communication's been fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, hence the chaos in the boat.
Yeah, biggest thing about Key West though is staying in the hunt. Definitely still in the hunt. So
For sure.
So you're saying there's a chance. Let's go.
A lot of 1 in a million talk, but yeah.
Yeah. So beyond offshore racing, you guys race together in other aspects. Tell us about that.
Well, Jim is usually here for the crash reel,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping that is not the case this whole weekend. But he's a world record holder in a Corvette, world record holder in, well, you can tell me.
Yeah, I just jump things that shouldn't. That's why I like the boat, because this boat shouldn't go airborne. But this is the one thing I'm not here for the crash reel. But yeah, as far as like jumping cars, limo, hearse, Corvette, things that shouldn't generally go airborne, I like to see what will happen.
yeah, I liked your way you were talking about the traction control because he was supposed to stay on the gas wide open, and you're like, maybe the traction control did come on, but it shows zero accelerator right here.
So what we learned was there was a computer. So Jim did have the traction control off. Now, I think the first thing I should have been more concerned about was his safety. And of course, he flew great, was perfectly safe. Secondly, it was interesting because his foot was all the way to the floor. We got confirmation. However, so if you hit on a motorcycle, if you hit the gas, the tires come up in the front. So the gas drops the rear tires or lowers as it accelerates. So I was thinking that this thing was going to jump and grease it, but he hit it a little bit slow. But it wasn't because he hit it slow. Actually, I think he might have hit it a little fast if the computer didn't
shut off
the car down on the takeoff.
Yeah, we were lining up right at 71. Figured I'd gain a few going up the takeoff, and instead the car just completely shut off right at the transition to the takeoff. And we're talking about the C8 Corvette, and yeah, by the skin of my teeth, it just made it-ish. Like, didn't die, so everybody was asking why I was celebrating. It was that I had something to celebrate. Yeah, it's not
Right.
being.
No airbags went operating.
Yeah, oh yeah, they did.
Well, that's where we kind of learned, okay, these cars are smarter than they think, because we had pulled that whole module. Like
Really?
it's a yellow wire on any car. We pulled that whole thing out, and airbags still went off. So.
And the traction control still has a computer override.
Yeah.
So even though you turn the traction control all the way off, it's not all the way off.
Yeah.
So it has stability control that is built into the car. Now, as it turns out, we took it to the shop later, and they were able to turn all that stuff off for us. So
Yeah, we next
hindsight's
time do your
20/20.
homework a little more, but we live, so we're good. Yeah.
I wish they'd turn that stuff on off my Mercury Racing stuff.
So, Mark, you saw a couple of any tips for the guys for the rest of the
No,
week?
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
No,
Yes,
no.
we
No,
need
we
all
need
the help we can
everything.
get.
Literally, I was just like Jim. I was in the boat, in the monster boat yesterday, screaming like a girl. And I was telling Tyler, I was like, man, if I had a throttle against you, you would whip my ass, because no freaking way would I be in the gas like you are right now. And yeah, so you just need a wild man at the throttle. And I think you got that.
Yeah.
So
Checks out.
And a wild man on the wheel.
It's not any better, but yeah, it still checks out, I guess.
Yeah, it was. My mom had a really funny comment right before we went in. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be watching." She actually is a elementary school teacher, and she had her class watching live.
Oh, wow.
She's like, "I had to watch it." She goes, "It's not that I don't trust you, but I generally trust the people around you." She goes, "Because I don't really trust you, and I really don't trust Jim, and you two in the boat together is very worrisome for a mom." So we have that going for us.
Yeah, well, and I don't know how much we really trust each other, but apparently enough to be doing this again, so here we are.
Well, I got to say, Ryan Walker, one of my photographers, got an excellent
No.
shot of you guys airborne, like fully out, and like I've never seen better product placement for your sponsor Dixxon, because it was in full effect and full view.
So we have the the GoPro, the 360 on top.
Yeah.
And we came off, we're like, oh, we were so high, we were so sideways. And on the 360 camera, it doesn't look like much. So I was so happy that he got that shot. I'm like, we were in the air. I knew we were in the air.
Yeah, we really needed to tell that story, and that one picture is what told it, because from what it felt like to what it looked like in at least the shot that we got from the onboard, it was
Yeah.
like, oh,
That was it.
what were we crying about? Oh, thanks to his picture. No, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So it was good.
No, amazing. And then we were watching your race footage just before you guys got here. Looked like you were having some issue with your helmet.
Yeah.
So my helmet that I had,
Uh-huh.
the wires, I don't know if I might have stepped on it or something going in, but I got in the boat and nothing was connecting. So I was like, hey, JJ, what do you got for a helmet? He's got a little bit bigger head than I got. And I was like, that'll be all right. I'm like, I don't need to, I'm just going to keep this thing down, Jim. Good luck, buddy.
You're not setting me.
Turn left.
Okay, I'm turning. You're good, dude.
Are you sure? Because we just went through a fence. All right, going inside of him. You're fine.
So, yeah, that actually might have been an advantage for us, and we'll see if him seeing what's coming is going to slow us down. But yeah.
Because of that footage, we have a note in our boat, so we got to go past tech again. I guess you need a helmet that fits.
Whoops. Who knew?
That's amazing. So, are you able to get the boat fixed and race tomorrow?
Yes, as far as we're aware, yeah, like we said, we broke a gimbal. It had to be on one of the flyers we took, I think second to last lap, but they overnighted some parts in, and our team is on it. Like, they've given us a great boat, and then obviously with Lilly, Lilly building that boat, it's as good as we're gonna get, and everything should be fine as far as Friday goes. So yeah.
Nice.
We have a winning boat. I mean, the boat, Lilly Sports Boats, there's no one better in that Mod V class, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
It won the World Championship last year, so we got the V on the front. Everyone's like, you guys haven't won. I'm like, the boat has.
Yeah.
So V199, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think I couldn't figure out how to get some more ballast in the front. We were taking some big flyers. We were tripping a lot. Jim, by the end of it, we were trying to walk a lot less. I felt very confident that he could drive the way he needs to drive to be competitive. If the setups were the same, I know everyone's going to improve, but I believe that we had a second place boat. Obviously, I messed up the start. We almost submarined the thing a few times, made some big mistakes, still learning a lot on tabs, trying to be the best throttlman I can be. But that boat is very capable of winning. It's proven it can win, and hopefully, if Jim and I by Sunday can come around and love to get top 3 this weekend.
That's amazing. So back to your point with the Lilly Sport Boats. He's your childhood friend, Britt Lilly, world champion, national champion, and got you into offshore racing.
So Art Lilly, one of the greatest throttlmen of all time.
Sure.
Him and my dad were really good friends, and every time my dad, who I consider one of the craziest people on earth, when he says, this crazy son of a gun was out there, it's always Art Lilly and the stories that he tells. So I've known Britt since pretty much the day he was born. We were friends. He was a little bit younger than I am, but he is a little younger. I don't know what
That was in the boat.
That wasn't the boat's good. No, but basically from the time we've been 10, we've been talking about one day we're going to go win Key West.
Really?
And down here with X Insurance, Rick Lindsay, all the crew, obviously Mercury Marine, really want to put together a program for next year, hopefully in that Class 1, which would be really amazing for Britt and I to kind of get together. But he said, though, everyone was like, you got to come down here, you got to see what the course is like. We're not going to put you as a wheelman in the top class until you understand what you're getting into. We've had we won the UIM World Championship a couple years back with Britt and I splitting the driver's seat, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, with Steve Curtis. So Steve Curtis was throttle all year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've been in the boat with Steve in the Monster Energy boat when my throttleman was hurt, and he's an animal.
Animal.
Yeah, animal. So
I think Jim could win with Steve Curtis in the boat.
So you guys gonna be competitors? Sounds like.
Well, if you're going to be in Class
Class
1,
one,
heck
yeah.
yeah.
That's the goal. We got to see if Jim and I can survive the next 2 races. We got a long way before next year, but
I just throw it down for a reason. What the happened? We don't have any. The steering. Our steering. What is that noise? Is it working?
but yeah, no, the Lillies are a staple of Maryland, as kind of like my family was as well, just with construction and everything else. So really cool when we did Gymkhana. Steve Curtis and Britt.
Jump in the boat. That was
I
so
jumped over
sick.
the car, downtown Annapolis, Ego Alley. So we've done a lot of things together, but this is kind of this is it. This is my first time ever in Key West.
Oh, really?
What do you think, Jim? How's it been for you?
This is insane. Like just the amount of people, the crowd here is like next level for sure. I mean, we've done a season of this, and I've seen boat racing, but this is the boat race. Like Key West is just on a different level altogether for
Did
sure.
you have to go to the IV hospital this morning or anything like that?
We should have. Yeah, whoops.
No.
No.
How about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm struggling.
So is there a strategy for race tomorrow?
What's our strategy for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
calming down. I just came off the water 10 minutes ago, and it's definitely a lot calmer than yesterday. And it's supposed to even lay down even a little bit more tomorrow. So It'll be a lot faster, I assume.
Great.
Just what we need.
Jim, you've kind of taken to some name calling in the cockpit. Where's that come from?
Me calling him or him calling me? Because either way,
I heard Grandma go.
Oh, that was me calling him.
Holy shit, you're good. Holy shit. Come on. You're at my house now, Grandma. Okay. What do you mean go? We're turning.
I know.
All right, holy inside.
Dude!
Dig. Dude! You're good.
Dude!
Come on, we're
No, that's what I just said!
Left. Around now. Left.
I know, dude!
What are we doing? Right.
I got it!
What was that?
I just said we're No, to be honest, I don't even, I don't really know what's going on until we watch the tape back, and then I'm like, oh, I said that, or he said that. At the end of the day, it's just what's in the moment, and it's no hard feelings, but turns out boat racing is terrifying, and you just gotta say what you say.
Two dicks on the water.
Yeah.
That's a boat name, sorry.
Is it really?
Well, Dixxon,
Right.
Yeah,
the water.
Yeah.
Dicks in the water.
Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, makes sense.
Dude Dixon.
But, And Travis, you've partnered with Mercury Racing, who Mercury Racing has been nice enough to let us use their beautiful tour truck. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Chad. But you did the 300 launch with them.
So cool.
That,
Honestly, we have just a lot of projects. We've been working on a wheelie boat. We're working on all kinds of stuff. But no, it's so cool to go down to, Mercury Marine.
Lake X.
At Lake X is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So we spent a whole day out there.
which we're looking at right behind you.
This was the greatest commercial I've ever, would you mind coming? Like, yes, please. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So just awesome crew, like Mercury Marine, Mercury Racing, such a fun group, such a fun crew, and everything that they're doing is just innovation, bringing racing technology to where you can run at just these absolute max for so long, and the motors can take it. So it's been really fun to kind of play with that a little bit.
No, absolutely, and it's cool having you guys come back over into the marine side, but now you've brought Mercury Racing into the automotive side, the Gymkhana.
And again, thank you so much. I thought we were going to need rescued by the Mercury Marine boat. I actually put two. So Ken Block, let me go back to the beginning here. Ken Block put a half a wheel off of a dock as he was doing a drift. So when I did my first Gymkhana in Maryland, I put the whole wheel off. And Scotto, who is the producer, he said, look, we have another one here. You need to put two wheels off. That's the only, I'm like, Scotto, if you put two wheels off, like the car's gone. He's like, it's okay, we got a Mercury Marine in there. So it was 14 meters, which I guess is like 40 feet or something. It was,
It's deep.
It was pretty deep. I had scuba tank in the car, and I put one wheel off like 6 times. And on the 15th try, I finally got both wheels off. And the second wheel fell off, and I'm sliding around, the front tire started to lift, and I'm just wide open. I'm like, this is it. On day 1 of this shoot, I'm putting my car on top of the Mercury boat, and we're done. And it pulled itself back on, and we didn't officially need that boat, but we also had Chris Hemsworth, who was supposed to come out to be fishing on a fishing boat later when we hydroplaned across the lake. That didn't work out, but we did have another safety boat in case I sunk it. Jim actually did intentionally. How did yours go?
It sunk. Yeah. So the boat floats. My car didn't. That's how that went. So
We set him up to fail though. So it was not fair.
We made it about halfway, and yeah, it's weird hitting brakes on the water in a car. And
You actually hit the brakes.
He hit the brakes.
yeah, had to slow down, so we were up on top, and then just like, all right, well, I think this is where it's deep, and down she went. But yeah,
So obviously there's no training for that. There's no practicing for that. You just got to feel it and go.
Kind of pass or fail is always my favorite test.
Yeah.
But to tell Jim, I'm like, look, I came in at 110 and made it all the way across to the end of the lake. So it's 200 feet.
Yeah.
I said, I don't think you're gonna float or hydroplane much higher than, or much lower than 70.
Yeah.
So maybe come in 70, 75, and if it's, you think you're gonna make it all the way to the end, just hit the brakes. It should sink in theory. And it worked perfect.
yeah, no, saw 75, went across. I'm like, there was kind of this, there's just a marker on the left-hand side. Saw that, all right, we gotta stop. And yeah, cars sink slower than you think, which was a little vote of confidence, but at the same time, I'm just looking at a boat and then looking kind of at everything, just, you know, the car filling up full of water, and well, I got to get out of here and go swimming.
He didn't get out for a while. It was like kind of sinking. He's like waving. We're like, all right, Jim.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got to go.
Was the water warm?
No. And that is actually another reason I had to get new comms for my helmet, because I jumped in with that helmet on, and turns out water destroys electronics in helmets.
Or
One
anything
reason
else.
I never take my phone in the boat with me.
Yeah.
Really?
Insult to injury. I mean, like potentially, and here's another $1,000.
Yeah.
Here, I hold this while I'm out there just in case.
Yeah, all things considered.
Yeah.
So Travis, what's it like coming from Class 1 the last time you're racing to back into the Mod V's?
Class 1 is like a trophy truck.
Yeah.
Yes, it's super fast, really scary, but if you have someone like Steve Curtis or a throttleman that really knows what they're doing,
Yeah.
Jim doesn't have
Must
that.
be nice.
Unfortunately. I feel pretty secure in the boat, and the flatter the water is, the more it feels like a car.
Yeah.
The V-bottom, I drove the V-bottom one time, wheeled it, and I thought, this is opposite. Like if it's flipping right, you turn left to right it, whereas in a car, if you flipping right and you turn left, you flip it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to learn this. I don't want to have this second thought. So Jim stepped in, who didn't really have.
Zero boat experience.
Right.
And like everybody's like, oh, you've just never driven a race boat. No, I got in a race boat as the first boat I've ever driven in my entire life. Like I've only ever driven a V-bottom boat in a race. That's my boating
No
experience.
wakeboard boat.
No wakeboard boat. Like I haven't even put like a trolling motor down and gone fishing. Like that's it.
Bud. I know. I'm trying to pick up. I don't like it. All right. Well, I mean, you want to lose? No. All right. Then shut up and drive.
Good call. So perfect man for the job. No bad habits to break.
Yeah.
No bad habits.
Not necessarily good habits either, but here we are. Yeah.
So what made you choose Jim to be your cockpit partner?
Well, one, Jim's gonna live forever, and two, Jim doesn't second guess himself ever. So when we're looking at pit bike races and other things, I need someone that's in there when I do something really dumb that's not gonna be like, ah, he's gonna be like, ah, here we go. So he doesn't freeze. So that's why that's.
Despite what the tape may say, we're still moving even if I'm screaming. Yeah. Well, it's funny. He goes, "Oh, you just keep yelling swear words and whatever else," and I'm like, "That doesn't mean slow down. Just go."
So he kept yelling at me first lap because it makes it. What I found is when he yells something, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. When your wheelman's screaming, I'm like, "Oh, wait, something's bad." And I kept letting off, which is making it worse.
Yeah.
And then he yells over, he's like, "Why are you letting off?" I'm like, "I thought you just said, holy crap, we're gonna die." He's like, "Yeah, stay on it." Here we go.
Yep.
Myrick, your review on their racing?
we should leave.
I'm like, and we're out.
Yeah. Well, 4th place out of 11 boats, no matter what.
Right.
I mean, come on.
For sure.
And have a bad start. I know about bad starts. We had one yesterday. We ended up first, so lucky us, and that's how it goes sometimes.
So what
You
it means
guys-
is no excuses.
Yeah, I know. He's like, we got a bad start, but we still won by a lot. Yeah.
So I don't know what your problem was, but
25 years, too.
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, you guys really that thing just opened up, just started. It looked good on the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken 3 years, but yeah, the boat felt great, and yeah. But as far as pointers, how they did, and I always say it, got to finish on Wednesday, get into Friday, finish, hopefully podium both days, and then you control your own destiny on Sunday, and that's ultimately what Key West is all about. So
Yeah.
Nice.
So we were talking last night, Mark and I, about your crazy stunt of jumping out of an airplane without a parachute.
I've watched it probably 100 times.
Yeah.
The fact you're sitting there on that pillow, you go. That's epic.
Product testing.
Yeah, that's great.
What brought that on? Whose idea was that?
Really, I would say it was Johnny Utah. Have you ever seen Point Break?
Point Break, yeah.
Yeah. You know.
You were an FBI agent.
Yeah, you an FBI agent. No, but it was kind of a joke at that point, and then I started skydiving, and I thought when I started jumping with some really good skydivers, it was so fun because I would try to just play tag. I'd basically try to get away, and they just come tackle me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, if I'm trying my hardest to get away from these guys, and they can
They
catch me,
get you like that?
I'm like, how? So, Clamor, one of the guys that one of the things it's not legal. FAA and pilot. There's a lot of stuff that I learned later that's kind of an issue. We're all squared away. You know, that was a long time ago. I learned my lesson from some of the stuff. But what we figured out was that if I wore a rock climb harness, so we tried it once just to make sure with parachutes. But I jumped out, I started flipping, and I just dove. I was trying to get away as fast as I could. And these guys, so Clamor can fly at 180 miles an hour up and down, the guy that caught me, or he can fly at 90 miles an hour if he's flat. So, I mean, that's, you know, you're double the speed difference. So as long as, and I'm heavier than he is and not quite as lanky, so there's no way that, it was harder for him to get up to me, but as long as he was on top, he could figure out where I was, and he can go 100 miles an hour forwards, backwards. So in essence, as long as I'm not like really trying to get away from this guy,
Right.
jump out of 10,000 feet, do 2,000 feet of shenanigans, should take about 1,000 feet to get there, and you should have plenty of time left over.
That's what
The
happened.
theory worked, yes.
Yeah.
Simple math.
Just math.
I saw one the other day where the two pilots jumped
Yeah.
out, swapped planes, and then landed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Andy and
Oh, yep.
yeah.
You guys know him?
Yeah, oh yeah. So, no, good, really, really good guys.
Yeah.
However, one of the planes, it went a little out of control, so they got in big trouble with the FAA. Lost, anyway, but they're going to try it again. Never mind. Great guys, awesome stunt. Little mess up on the execution with, but now they know. So if they're ever allowed to do it again, it'll work great next time.
Jim, you're a stunt man. What's one of your craziest stunts?
Oh man, anyone I survive is usually pretty crazy, but
100% so far.
yeah, we're 100% pass or fail. No, I jumped a Buick station wagon, and that one just, all things considered, I had never seen the takeoff before. I was looking at it going 75 miles an hour, and there was just a lot of issues with that one, with the build that went into it, and even just the run-in that we had. Everything should have gone wrong, and I mean it did go wrong, but went right in the end. And that we were trying to beat Clark Griswold, and he went 50 yards, and so our whole goal was 150 feet. And I saw the two finish line flags that they said I was never going to get to, and I just said, well, look, I will not lift until I'm hitting the ground. And you can hear that LS just bouncing off the rev limiter, and I see the two flags out of both eyes as I'm now staring at the ground way too forward, and hit, barrel rolled twice, and landed. I'm like, okay, yep, not dead, cool. Tap the roof, which was my sign that I'm okay. And that one, everybody was like, we just watched someone die. And I'm just over there cheering, yeah, that was awesome. We did it. And like watch the two, like I said, two checker flags go by. So that one didn't inspire confidence in anybody else but myself, and that, yeah, I'm probably gonna live forever.
Yeah, I mean, an LS swap in the Griswold's family wagon?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right. You're talking about Chevy Chase Vacation.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we call Johnny's race boat now, that it's got that whole like aerodynamic package.
The Pothole Heroes?
Pothole Heroes. We call it the family truckster as he's racing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did your buddy Britt have any tips for you guys?
Britt was actually, so we got out, I was pretty happy. Jim actually, I think he was hoping for more, to be honest. And Britt was really excited for us.
Yeah.
He was like, this is way better than I expected. Obviously, we knew the boat can do it. We know the X Insurance team. We got JJ. We got everyone. Nick. They're all in our corner.
Yeah.
Helping us, talking us through. The comms again. Switched helmets. I wasn't really hearing anything that they were. I could hear them when it was just too loud in the boat. So we'll have all that fixed. So hopefully, I have a little bit more, whether it's Britt or JJ in my ear. Hopefully, give me a little more information so I can give Jim a more drivable boat. And you know, we had a really good setup. So I know everyone else's setup's going to get better. Maybe our setup won't be as much better than everyone else's. You know, you never know, race to race. But
such little minute thing.
But if we have that setup that we had compared to what the other setups were, I really think we had a chance to podium. And you know, I think Britt was, honestly, everyone at X Insurance was very surprised. Anyone that knows us was surprised that we did that well. Anyone that just has heard of us and doesn't know what our background is was like, oh man, you guys got, well, better luck tomorrow. So it's it's kind of a perspective thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and all the other teams have been racing all year, last race of the year basically, and they've got 8 races ahead of you, so it's a lot.
Or 3 years, yeah.
So, driver to driver, what are you guys looking for tomorrow?
Yeah, come on, give me a prediction on what you're gonna do.
Better, hopefully.
Better, so.
Yeah, ideally, because we already did not ideal, so hopefully we can do ideal or more ideal.
Jim, you told me last night that the boat that you ran the last time had a lot more play in the wheel, and then this one you're running it is tighter. It feels better for you.
This one's awesome. Like the inputs make sense. If like way more than the old boat. Like the old boat, it was kind of a guess and check. This one, it's my fault if it doesn't work. Like if we miss something, I missed. The old boat, you could kind of like I felt like I did that right, and I don't know what happened. And this one, it's like, no, I just missed it. So this one is awesome. Steering again, super tight. We even Nick came over and he goes, hey, this boat, a full turn is only a half. Like you've got half a wheel. So that just knowing that going into this, and then actually feeling that.
You don't have to cross your hands over.
Yeah, like I mean, don't watch the video because my hands are all over the place. But at the same time, no, like the little minute inputs actually make a huge difference in this boat, and it's awesome to run. It's really fun to drive, despite what my face and mouth are saying.
I think it's fun after we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? What are you thinking?
I always say podium, but I really want to win. I'll get the pole tomorrow because we won the other day, and you know, been at this course so many times, so I'm hoping for the win. I don't want to go down, so 2 wins going into Sunday. That's my goal.
Dude, that start, watching from the shore, all of that power. I mean, each boat's what, 2,200 horsepower, and how many boats are in the class?
8 boats.
The amount of horsepower. Mercury just raw.
I always wonder how much water you think's in the air, because all the rooster tails, it's got to be thousands of gallons of water just thrown up all at once. So.
Pretty awesome. And there's a record number of boats here this year, 98 boats, and I think it's all spearheaded by the prize purse that the IHRA is donating $250,000 throughout all the classes. So it's really bumped up the competition and the excitement level here in the pits in Key West.
Yeah, how nice would that be to get a check for $20,000 at the end of the weekend? That'd be nice, right?
None of the teams have gotten.
No. I know. I've always somebody asked me like, yeah, so how much you guys win this weekend? I'm like,
my man.
Yeah. So anyway, it would be amazing for even a lot of these, even the guys in the mod piece, to get a check at the end of the weekend, pay for some of these expenses. It's definitely not. It definitely not. It's not cheap to come down here for lodging and all these crews to be out there. So it's definitely a passion.
Yeah, for sure. What can we expect for you for 2026 offshore racing?
Who knows? We've got some fun stuff coming up. That a world's first in a boat, but a different style boat. That'll be coming out on the YouTube channel. That shouldn't have worked either. So I'm just trying to get through this weekend. Next year, that's a whole different program. So yep.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. We got a lot of stuff coming out with Mercury Marine, Gymkhana. I'm really excited about all the filming that was done at some wild stuff, as well as the Channel 199 stuff. We're just a lot of Mercury Marine stuff. We're working on wheelie boats and boats doing loops. it's been a hell of a year.
Yeah.
I gotta say, there must be like 3 or 4 of you, because you guys had the debut in Las Vegas at the SEMA show with the Subaru and the Shenanigans Brat, right? The Subaru Brat.
Yes, that is correct.
And so people thought you were there or you were here.
So everything kind of came up late. I was supposed to be in SEMA, but I had already committed to doing this race. I said, look, I can't back out on Jim and the team. Like,
Yeah.
look, I'll do whatever I have to make that up. So unfortunately, sorry for everyone that went to SEMA. I apologize. That all came together really last minute. So we were already 100% committed to this race. So I was very close to flying out there today, but the big premiere was kind of Tuesday, Wednesday. So I was like, I'm not going to miss the only one day of testing that we have, and our first race for the first time ever coming down here. So.
Right. Well, it was very exciting to see you guys out there and pick off everybody in the fleet, and look forward to more exciting racing coming tomorrow and Sunday for double points.
Sunday's double points.
Yeah,
yes,
double
but-
points. So
Yeah, but you got to finish tomorrow or you're out. That's the biggest thing.
Right. What do they say? To be first in Key West.
Now to be known as one of the best, you have to win Key West.
Right. There you go. So you guys are still in the hunt.
Yeah, we got our work cut out for us, finishing 4th, but there's still a chance. So we're going for
Saying
it.
there's a chance. Yep. Let's go.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, Jim, Travis. You guys are rock
Yep.
stars.
Thanks for having us.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
buddy. Yeah, you too, man.
Kick ass.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, man.
You guys are amazing. And thank you for being on this side of the country this weekend. This has been another episode of the Boats and Bros podcast. Please remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe. Travis, Jim, my bro Myrick, thank you.
This podcast is powered by Speedboat Magazine. Subscribe now at speedboat.com for 9 power-packed current issues a year direct to your mailbox.